What's up, players? All right, I'm gonna try to approach this whole thing a little bit different. Hopefully, it changes the game because I feel like the first 3 weeks here, we're on day 26, no doom scrolling, and it's getting messy in the last week. Last like 4 to 5 days have been super difficult, mostly because I was destroyed by a 10-day migraine that completely fucked up the flow. But what I really want to do here is come out of the back end of that stronger, not weaker. Um, I've allowed the migraine to disrupt the flow, and I want to re-strengthen it and strengthen it even more. And I have to use this phone as an accountability partner to vlog when I have cravings that are going to make me fuck up. And I'll be honest with you with what's happening in those moments, because I feel like that's actually a really helpful opportunity to learn and grow and overcome what it is that I'm actually experiencing, and maybe it helps you. So, what I just experienced was I am watching YouTube videos on how to grow the channel, how to better connect with you guys, and I kind of woke up and just got right into it. I don't normally do that. And it's because last night, after having a pretty clean day, having a clean day, knowing that I was having cravings, I got everything that I wanted to done, and then I started binge watching TV. And I watched like, I think it was 2 episodes, maybe 3, but I have a goal right now where I'm not supposed to watch more than one a day. And I'm only supposed to watch one if I have everything I want done in the day and I feel really good about the day. And I don't think that I really earned that episode last night. And I watched multiple. So it's not good. I've had multiple days in the last week where I have binge watched TV or doom scrolled and binge watched TV. And, I'm slipping. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. But this is, a 10-year plus addiction that I'm kicking, and I just have to keep moving forward. So technically, this is going to be a new day one, if I'm being honest with myself. It's 100 days of a test, but this is going to be day one of a new stretch. So we'll just keep track of that. Day 26 is hopefully a day that, if I do this properly, that's 74 days left. 74 days straight of no doom scrolling is pretty amazing for me, because that's pretty much 3 times what my longest stretch was. But to note, this was the longest stretch I think I've ever gone. I got past 3 weeks, I believe, of no doom scrolling. So it's really amazing what starts to happen when you're in that flow. And I don't want to make excuses, but that migraine was really tough. That migraine really made it so much harder. And regardless, the point is, what I was doing was trying to learn, but I never clearly set the intention. I got into YouTube. I started watching videos. I haven't doom scrolled. I was being intentional with what I'm doing on YouTube. And what I realized was there was a moment where I got this craving to go do something else. It felt like a wall of resistance to continuing what I was doing. And what I realized was I didn't set a clear intention of what I'm doing. I never actually told myself. I didn't write it down. I just kind of jumped into the flow and was kind of like, okay, there's this video about editing, and now there's this video about how to connect deeper with the audience, and then there's this video about this new vlogging style that it was like, I wasn't intentional with it. I knew that the overarching was to learn, but the intention, if you are clear with your intention, it's like a suit of armor. Like Frodo Baggins in Lord of the Rings, coat of mithril, dwarf made impenetrable, no matter how big the beast. I have my sword, my Excalibur, and I'm slaying the craving demons, the addiction demons. The intention is everything. If you can hold your intention throughout the day, it'll change your life immediately. If you go from not being intentional or being kind of intentional to I am being intentional in every hour of the day, a week of your life will completely drastically change your perspective on life. And I have learned this so many times and I forget. I continue to forget. I forget. It's so easy to forget. So many distractions in this world. So the intention is like this deterrent to chaos. It's like order. Here is the order. Here is you want to get out of all the noise and the chaos and the disorganization. Intention. And just all you have to do is just trust. This is what I am doing right now because it felt good. You feel into what it is that I need to do right now. What's most important? What would make my heart sing? What would feel great to do right now? What would take weight off of my back? That's my intention. I'm going to do it until it's done. And once it's done, oh my God, I feel incredible. Now for me, on the back end of that is my weak point. That's my weakest point right there is I just did this big thing. I have a big weight lifted. Now I can doom scroll and binge and da. And then it's like, oh, I'm on the back end of that and I feel terrible. And it's like I went from this really high to this super low, and you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. I had an experience just a couple days ago where I had a super high, and then the next day I had the lowest low of the entire stretch. And it is important to realize, the pendulum will swing both ways, but you can be intentional with your time and move through that swing in a different way. It doesn't have to be that it swings from super productivity to super unproductivity in the opposite way into just complete binging. I could have, on that day that I binged, just fought it all day, and it would have been a sucky ass day. It would have been crunchy. It would have been hard. It would have been a muddy day. But I didn't have to doom scroll. That's not how this works. It would have just not been a super productive day. It didn't have to be a day where I just binged the whole second half of the day. It could have been a day where it was just really hard to fight the craving. It could have been a day where I fought the craving all day and it could have been really exhausting, but I never binged. And that's not what happened. I allowed the binge to win. I allowed the doom scrolling to win. I allowed the addiction cravings to win. And I feel sad about it. So learn from me, okay? I'm out here doing the damn work. I'm doing the Lord's work just for you, baby. Okay, so here's my intention right now. I want to be intentional with how I navigate this day. I want to be intentional with what exactly I'm doing within a general time block. It's a Sunday. I don't need to be busting super hard. But I did want to make today a day where I schedule posts for the week and also plan a day to shoot a bunch of ideas. It's a blessing to be experiencing rain right now. It's putting out all the LA fires, what's left, and also, giving the soil what it wants. It's dried, charred soil, which for most of that area, it's a part of its natural process to be burnt, and the rain has come immediately after. And now what I'm assuming will happen is a beautiful blossoming bloom of flowers in the spring. And so what we're doing today is we're giving the foundation the soil it needs after it had just been lit and burned with fire. The soil is getting its thirst quenched at the moment by being intentional with what it needs to grow, what we need to grow, what I need to grow. What I need to grow is, instead of trying to balance all of the things in the day, I need to plan certain days to do those things. There are a few things that get done every single day to keep a strong foundation, but I can't do 30 minutes of editing every single day, and an hour of Unreal every day, and 2 hours of Touch Designer every day, and an hour of music making every single day. It's like, what are the foundational things? Keep those and get them done, like I love doing, before I even start the day. So I go to sleep early, I get up super early, and have 3 to 4 hours of just laser focus on all the foundational things, that if I get those done, my whole day is just amazing. And then I'm done by 9 or 10 a.m. And for the rest of the day, at least during the workday, I can do work-related things. And on the back end of that, if I have energy to do more creative things that I want to do, or whatever I get to do, whatever I want to do. If the work's done, the work's done. Then I get to do those. I get to do those in the back end of the day. So the point I'm trying to make here is be intentional and also be organized and schedule. Because, I can be intentional with what I want to do each, in every 30-minute block of the day. But if I haven't taken the top-down view and gone, what's the best way to approach the week, then that actually can be a very chaotic flow and feel like you're putting things off, or you're not giving some of the things the proper depth they need. Sometimes you got to get into a flow state and go for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. And if you're only giving yourself 30 minutes in that day and you're really feeling the urge to go deeper, but you got to do all these other things, that's a weight that you're putting on yourself that you don't got to put there. You ain't got to put that weight there. But everything, everybody's got their own flow and their own dynamic of how they want to navigate. I have found that giving yourself the ability to go deep within each of the things is great. And also, you want to make your schedule adaptable. You got to make it malleable. You got to be adaptable. The mask of habit stacking, things that you want to get done in the day to feel productive, can genuinely twist you into chaos, into a total confusion of, I think I'm doing well, or I thought I was doing all this productive stuff, but I don't feel great, or I don't feel happy. And you get into this, I've gotten into this routine of habit stacking things in the day and feeling like that routine has to be sacred and it has to be taken care of. And I've stacked too many things, and I am taking away from the things that I love, which is creating. And it's like, I've got to take care of my health in all these different ways. And I've got to do this, this, and this to make sure that this day has a strong foundation. It's like, I'm actually taking away from the whole point, which is to create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to feel great and create. I need a strong foundation to create and feel great. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, 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 ah. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. 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 Where am I writing it down? I don't even know what I said. What did I say? I want to create a strong foundation. I want a strong foundation to feel great and create. I want a strong foundation. Okay, so to summarize, be intentional. Organize your week, not your day. And have a consistent routine that gives you a strong foundation and takes care of your mind, your body, and your spirit, but does not take away from any of the ones. Find that balance where it's like, okay, I've taken a good care amount of health right now. I got to start with creation to make sure that Dharma is taken care of. And then when I take care of health, and then, I got to do work stuff. I can't put the work stuff off. I got to do the work stuff. Okay, now I'm on the back end of the day. I got time to do this, this, and this. Let's do this. All right, I'm exhausted now. Let's go to sleep. Instead of, hey, I got a little bit extra time. Hey, binge watch. Oh, I did a lot today. I feel productive. Let me doom scroll. Don't do that, okay? Don't do it. I've done it many times, all right? Thousands of times, and it leads you to sadness. It leads you to sadness, all right? Don't do it. All right? All right, I feel amped right now. I feel amped. I feel good. I'm gonna figure out what my intention for the day is, and then I'm gonna make a schedule for the week. All right? So intention is schedule the day, schedule the week, and follow through. Just follow through, baby. Just follow through. Just follow, follow through. Just 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 follow through. I'm gonna follow through on this challenge. It's very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Okay, so insight. This is going to sound simple as can be, but it's when you're in survival mode, which is what I've been in for a very long time, this can very easily slip by. If I want to be making a living off of my creations, essentially, then I need to be spending at least 8 hours a day working on my creations. And I've been in such a survival mode of like trying to do this and that and that and to apply to a job and try to land a job here and do this for that company and this, that, and the other. It's like, I haven't been spending 8 hours a day just grinding on what I know I can land a job in. You know, obviously, eventually, the dream is to not work for a company, but work for myself. But if I'm being realistic with myself, I've got to land something in that space first, if I'm being realistic, and then eventually pull out, make it based off of the creations that I'll be doing on my own. But the point is, make the space for what you want to be doing if you can, and do it. Because for the last multiple years, I haven't been making that space per day. And I've been just in a loop, in survival mode. It is so difficult sometimes to follow through. My goodness. I mean, I could have such a powerful start, even powerful. It's difficult to follow through for me. No matter how strong the beginning of the day is, no matter how strong the first 50% of the day is, the follow through when you're tired, when you've worked really hard, when you just gotta dig deep and find that energy to focus deeper, to genuinely focus deeper and longer and stay in that flow. It's difficult. And I think that, or at least I hope that what I'm doing is stretching my capacity to hold what it is I'm desiring to do in each day, and that it's possible. So we'll see. But it's difficult. It's difficult, 8 to 10, doable. 10 to 14, I'm pushing it. 10 to 14 hours of focus is a lot of focus. It's a lot of energy going towards a multitude of things. I realize that, there are many cycles we're all experiencing all at once. There's many cycles that we're moving through. Cycles of habits, relationships, chapters, creative projects, all different types of things. And there's this habit cycle that I'm going through that I am hoping to exit soon. Bringing conscious awareness to it right now. I've noticed it and been paying attention to it for a long time, and I still do it. But it's like, these cycles, they move at different speeds and are different sizes. I feel like I do this thing where I push off what is most important or things that I want to get done within a day or a few days or a week. And there's this family or friend event or meetup or gathering. And I know that's going to happen. I've been given the week or the I've been given the notice in advance. So example, hanging out with a family member today, an hour away, and I chose to hang out on this day. I knew that they were in town. They're never in town. I knew they were in town a week ago. And I spent the whole week putting some of the most, not all, but some of the most important things I need to get done this week, all the way until Sunday, today. And it's like, I feel bad if I don't go, but I'm also not honoring what I need to get done. And I often choose to go, well, at least recently, I choose to go see the family of a friend. Whereas before, I used to stay and do the thing, but then I wouldn't be very productive with it. And so I feel like I've just been operating on a tilt where it's like, because of the past of how I've navigated it, I avoid doing the thing. It's not that I avoid it, I just will push it off even more to go do the thing that's like be with family or friends. And the solution to this is to just deal with what I need to deal with in the moments that I need to deal with it. Prioritize what I need to get done and just get it done. Follow through on the goals that I know I could have done before today and could have had all the space to go down there, not feel rushed, not feel like I'm carrying a weight on my back, be fully present with those people that care about me and I care about them. And it's just, it's a cycle that I gotta stop. I gotta elevate from, navigate through, crystallize, integrate, have to follow through on what it is that's most important and just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. I don't feel great about today. I felt like I started it with good intention and I didn't follow through. And it's tough because I don't think that I could have made a right decision on today. I would have felt bad if I didn't go see the family members, but also feel bad because I didn't stay and do work. It's like a lose-lose because of what I did, and that was push everything to today. The good thing about today is that I made a better schedule for the weeks ahead. Like I've been operating on a weekly schedule that's so chaotic and so overlapped and confusing and stressful to look at, and now it's much cleaner. There's a little bit more space in each day, and it's just much clearer and it feels good and leaves room for things that I didn't have on the schedule that I now have on the schedule. And so that's a win. I want this week to be a test week, 7 days starting tomorrow, of this new schedule and how productive I'm going to be in what feels like a follow through flow. I need to land a job. So I've scheduled this in a way that is heavily focused on what I want to be doing for work right now, what I realistically could be doing for work right now that will make me happy. And that is heavy focus on Unreal Engine and Touch Designer, visual, generative, world building, and art, 3D design. Proper 3D production. So let's see how it goes. I got a handful of bills that I don't know how I'm going to pay, but I'm trusting. I got to keep moving forward. I'm doing what I know that I can, and I don't want to take no for an answer. I can generate this wealth. I can generate the money that I need, and I just got to do it. I just got to do it. I have this inkling to like go ask for help, and it's like I've done that so many times, and for me at this point, it's not helping. It's just repeating the cycle. It's perpetuating. It's like I know that I can generate income through my skills. I just have to fight. I just have to look for opportunities. I have to keep perfecting the craft to prepare myself for that opportunity. And it takes deep trust, and it takes action, actually doing that work. And I have not done it consistently. And when I have done it consistently, for those short periods of time, it works. The opportunities arise. The money comes. So, consistency. Lean in, trust in creation. Day 26 in the books. I did not doom scroll today. I really wanted to. This phone was used as a tool today instead of a infinite internet casino that I could just pull on the dopamine slot machine. I used it as a tool, and it helped me. And I'm grateful for that. It's all about your intention. It's all about your intention. Okay, little kid? Little baby kid? Little you? Okay. It's all about the intention, baby. Day 26 in the books. Much love.